How you doing on this snowy day? Those that are in the snow. We're going to jam a little bit while people come in. Still not 12. So, some cool ideas when you are locked at 12. So, some cool ideas when you are locked in at home. Make it fun, right? Make it fun. Dance party. All that music that you like, that you haven't been listening to as much. Escape. Create your little reality. Of course, there's things like getting organized, but nature's way of what's it called? Recójanse, right? In Spanish, everybody gather, everybody start hibernating, right? And so this is where you have to be home. And being home, we have to face ourselves, don't we, right? And we're forced to sit with whatever's going on. And so this is a perfect chance to reflect, to really take inventory with yourself, whatever it is that you need, whether it is to clear energy, whether it is that you need some fun and excitement, whether it is that you need to get organized and, put things in order, plan, or just your house, right? Getting things in order at home, taking advantage. And that's really the key to making everything work. Is the point. Make everything. Wait a little bit more. You that calm down. Everything can be used to our advantage. I want you, for today, if you learn anything, is that everything can be used to your benefit and advantage. Things that supposedly we may find or believe to your benefit and advantage. Things that supposedly we may find or believe that are unfortunate issues or that are personal habits or personal styles that we may think can be negative, we can find a way to make it work to our advantage, right? If you're someone that has a lot of energy, you can learn to use it to your advantage. If you're someone that's emotional, you can learn to use it to your advantage by understanding what emotions and understanding others, right? You could use anything to your advantage. So, like I said, if you take anything away from today, it's to start really turning things around. And this is called transmuting energy. Okay? You transmute energy. It's called alchemy. Alchemizing what it takes. And that's what I want to focus on today, is how to alchemize energy. There's a couple of things I wanted to talk about today. And so maybe I'll get to all of them. Maybe I don't. Of course, we'll let, the crowd lead. Any questions or inquiries you may have, address those. But today I want to talk about how to alchemize energy, how to transmute energy, most of all. And it's a gift. It's a skill, right? It's a skill that we can learn, that we can master, and that really will change our entire lives, because it will change the day-to-day. It will change how we're operating. It'll change how we think, how we view the world, and how we respond to it. So, you want to be a master alchemist? Come and join me. Think how we view the world and how we respond to it. So, you want to be a master alchemist? Come and join me. Sit with me for a while. Let's have our little coffee. Let's be snuggly. I'm snuggly in my bed in my little oasis. Where are you? Where are people from here? Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Chat. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Chat. Where are people from? Are you having a snow day? Damn, I look pretty. I don't know. I'm just like the cutest little prettiest. Well, welcome, welcome. We are waiting to get, as I was mentioning, today we're going to talk about becoming a master alchemist, how to transmute energy. And the first things I was saying is, I don't know where you're from. I don't know where you guys are at, but here we are having a snowstorm. And I was talking about how when you are given a gift, because it is a gift, a reminder of the universe, some way nature is telling you what it is that the planet needs, what it is that we need as a collective, that we take advantage. And so what we're talking about today is how to alchemize, how to become master alchemists and be able to transmute energy. And so over here on the States, right, on the East Coast, we're having a snow day. And so it's about, how do you take a moment like that and make the best out of it? And so you could do so many things on a snow day. I was like, whatever it is, this is perfect opportunities, little pockets of gifts of times that are given to us so that we can reflect, right? We can reflect. And so I was talking about that everything that is given to us, everything that is presented to us, we can use to our advantage. We could use to our benefit. Even those traits that we may have that, we just have to learn how to use it to our advantage. So let's say you have lots of energy. Learn to use it to your advantage. Learn to, when your energy levels are up, use it to our advantage. So let's say you have lots of energy. Learn to use it to your advantage. Learn to, when your energy levels are up, how to be productive, and when they're low, how to rest. Use everything to your advantage, right? You feel you're somebody that may be empathetic, that, has a lot of empathy, is an empath. Learn to use that, right? Not to let it interrupt you, right? Interrupt your energy, bring you down, but rather know that you have this power, you have this skill, and that you can actually utilize it for so much. You utilize it to get ahead in business. You can utilize it in order to connect and network. You can utilize it to create friendships. You can utilize it to get free things, like anywhere, right? When you reaching heights. And welcome, Phoenixes. Today we are talking about becoming a master alchemist, how to transmute energy, okay? And so there's a couple of other things that I wanted to talk about today as well. I wanted to talk about attachment style versus intuition. So those are two things, and I'm actually going to put it in the chat. Leave it up to the attachment style versus intuition. So those are two things, and I'm actually going to put it in the chat. Leave it up to the chat to vote, okay? One is to talk about alchemy and transmuting energy, or two is to talk about attachments versus intuition. So what does the chat say? Hi, everybody that joined. Welcome, welcome. And know that this is interactive. That's why it's live. It's not a reel that's pre-recorded. This is unscripted. And so the beauty of that and what I wanted to offer most is the opportunity to ask questions. In fact, it's called Therapize Me for a reason. Let's talk psychology. I'm giving free advice over here, right? And so let's take advantage of it. So number one, do we want to talk about alchemizing and transmuting energy? Or two, which is about attachments versus intuition. So what do you want to know? Tell me in the chat. What is it that you would like to know more? What does the chat say? Thank you for coming. Thank you for being here. And so you're going to find me about 30 minutes. If the conversation gets juicy, then we'll stay longer. But if it's just me, then I'm just going to offer you about 30 minutes. If the conversation gets juicy, then we'll stay longer. But if it's just me, then I'm just going to offer you about 30 minutes, right? Hey, 30 minutes of therapy, we know, can actually cost a pretty penny. So here we are giving it for free because we all have the power and it's all inside us. And so that is what we are doing here. We are igniting and activating our power. And so talking about alchemy. Does everybody know what alchemy is? Do you understand what alchemy is? Alchemy is usually refers to, by definition, being able to change and shift metal, right? So alchemizing actually is about being able to take and shift and shape metal and energy. Okay, so when we talk about alchemy and alchemizing energy, we talk about taking it and transmuting it into something different, something new, something to our benefit. Okay, so everything in life, we have a choice. Okay, and so how we respond to it is where the key lies on how you being able to transmute and alchemize energy. Okay, and so that it has to come from a burning place, a fire burning inside of you, of resilience. First, what I can tell you is that we learn to master the skill of alchemy because it is a burning fire within us of resilience. It is that when something comes our way, because it is a burning fire within us of resilience. It is that when something comes our way, good or bad, we are usually, if it's bad, we're learning to turn it positive. We're learning to make use of it. And if it's good, we just multiply that feeling, right? So alchemizing and transmuting energy to our benefit is to learn how to draw benefit out of whatever it is that you are experiencing. And I'm gonna tell you this: if you learn to transmute energy and multiply it positively, you will always continue to bring about good days for yourself and bring in more abundance. The universe gives us, right? We attract what our thoughts are. We attract what our energy field is, right? The universe responds to energy field. So we train ourselves, train our mind, right? The mind, body, spirit connection. When we train our mind to turn everything into seeing the benefit, seeing the positive, then we actually learn how to alchemize energy. That means that we multiply the good and the bad. The good and the bad we turn positive. The negative we turn positive. Okay, so how do you alchemize energy? How do you go through negative we turn positive? Okay, so how do you alchemize energy? How do you go through something, as they say, the dark night of the soul, and be able to use it to your advantage? Well, we are in what they call the dark night of the soul, which usually refers to some in-depth, depression or reflection, or after going through moments of self-doubt or question, when we're feeling low, when we're feeling alone, when we're feeling sad, low energy, right? When we're feeling stuck, when we can't really see a way out. That's like the dark night of the soul, right? Really like reinventing ourselves and looking into ourselves. And so the way that we can really alchemize that is to pay attention to yourself. We so often run away from ourselves. We so often run away from our truth. A real good look in the mirror, right? Nakedly and literally, like shell in the inner shell, right? Learn to praise and infuse the association of beauty with yourself, inside and out. We run away from ourselves in everything that we do. Most of the time, bad habits are a result, right, of us running away from ourselves, not facing our truth. Running away from discipline and consistency it's basically not taking accountability for the work that we need to do. Yeah, exactly. I'll say that again. And we may do that consciously, or we may do that subconsciously without realizing our own as human beings, to want to not deal with the discomfort, the uncomfortable feelings. Looking at ourselves and being real with ourselves can be very uncomfortable, because guess what? We often find that there's nobody to blame but ourselves. We often find that because guess what? We often find that there's nobody to blame but ourselves. We often find that nobody's coming to save us but ourselves. We often feel during that time a desperation of, I don't know what to do, or shame, because you find yourself unable to or not strong enough to do what you need to do. And so all of those feelings, they feel negative at first. They feel scary at first. But let me tell you, when you take a look at yourself, when you take a real good hard look at yourself and say, I need to change this, I need to do that, this is happening because I keep doing that, because I keep doing etc., and I have to change it, and I have to deal with myself, and I just have to get over myself and do it. When you have those real talks with yourself and like hold yourself accountable to that talk, your life does start to change. Hey, your life starts to change, because as you think differently, you move differently. When you move differently, that's when you get a change or a desired outcome that's different. Doing the same thing. Period. End of sentence. So we gotta take a hard look at ourselves and be honest. Be naked, raw with yourself. Say it to yourself. However, you take a hard look at ourselves and be honest. Be naked, raw with yourself. Say it to yourself. However, you need to. You know how you need to hear it. Some of us need to be real with ourselves and be like, listen, B, you gotta get this. You gotta get this done, and you need to stop, right? And you need to talk to yourself with tough love. Or you have this done and you need to stop, right? And you need to talk to yourself with tough love. Or if you just need the gentleness and say, you know what, girl, you're doing everything that you can. Be graceful. Be graceful with yourself. Give yourself breaks. Don't pressure yourself so much. And be able to give yourself that grace. You doing that for yourself? Oh my gosh, you just ain't gonna really need. I mean, we all gonna need people all the time. We need people, right? But you're gonna stand a different level of strength. You're gonna accessories. Anything else becomes sparkle. Your lives become, in addition, a confirmation and affirmation, because guess what? It comes from within. And you are telling yourself, and you keep yourself up, and you shift things around. You are your hero. And so how do you transmute energy? You gotta first, you shift things around. You are your hero. And so how do you transmute energy? You gotta first start with burning fire or resilience. You gotta have to make it, baby. You first gotta want more for yourself. You first have to be like, listen, being in a negative pattern or in a stuck pattern, right? You have to want to get out of it harder, more than you want to stay in it. Because staying in it is comfortable. Staying in it is familiar. Staying in it, whether it's good or bad, if something is familiar to us, we tend to stay in that cycle. Don't we find ourselves in those situations so much? We find ourselves in these cycles of love, or these cycles of self-sabotage, of these cycles of toxic partnerships, these cycles of giving ourselves in these cycles of love, or these cycles of self-sabotage, of these cycles of toxic partnerships, these cycles of giving often. I mean, come on now. Like I said, first thing gotta be that you are real with yourself. You take real inventory about your life. You have to develop the fortitude, okay? The resilience. You have to develop the capacity, the ability to be honest and truthful with yourself. To want more for yourself. That nothing matters beyond you growing. That you are willing to give up on all patterns, even if it feels comfortable, to grow. You have to first be there. And then you learn. What keeps that up is to transmute energy. And then you learn. What keeps that up is to transmute energy. Music and art is one of the most beautiful examples of how we can alchemize pain. How we can turn the most beautiful examples of how we can alchemize pain. How we can turn pain into gold. And we can. The reason we go through pain in this life is to learn and to grow, because we don't grow out of comfortable. We don't grow from being complacent. We grow from discomfort. You want to grow? Make yourself real uncomfortable. Real uncomfortable. And guess what? You're going to grow. You're going to force yourself to grow. You either sink or swim at that point. And it has to be that big. It has to be that important. You have to want more for yourself, more than you want to be comfortable and stay in the cycle, right? You have to want that. Nobody can, because a lot of the things that results in the undesired, nobody can, because a lot of the things that results in the undesired, right, whether the wrong punishment, being comfortable, getting ourselves, not getting out of our own way, is not letting up and saying, this is hard for me, but I'm gonna do it anyways. So you can learn to be a master alchemist by learning to use everything to your advantage, by really building up the skill that whatever life presents your way, you learn how to use it to your advantage and turn it into gold. Right? To gold, into whatever art they created, into a song, into a installation, into a fashion, into that is one of the easiest ways that we can see turning pain into gold. And that can happen with everything. That could happen with your business. That could happen with finding the right work. That could happen with finding the right partner. Because it's all about really taking what's presented, drawing whatever you need to draw from that, and shifting it to your advantage. Whether it's a lesson that you had to learn, from that partner, from that love interest, in business, whether it's to motivate you, to research solutions, to look for the right people, to look for help, to look for your tribe, to connect with the people that are aligned to you. Use it for motivation. You failed at something, you go into communities to learn better, and you meet people along the way that are going to help you, even just from learning, from following by example, right? It may not be that anybody's investing as a mentor, but that is what alchemy is that you are operating in the world and you are taking everything you can. Is what alchemy is that you are operating in the world and you are taking everything you can. Take everything you can from this world. Get it, because it ain't gonna land from the sky. You gotta go get it. You gotta go get it. And you get it even from just looking at things and looking at other people as examples, as role models, and taking what you can from them, from the good and the bad. If you don't like someone, figure out why. There is something about them that you see in yourself that you want to correct, fix, enhance some way or another. Again, you can take everything, every interaction, every message, everything that life presents your way for a lesson to grow. Just watching people, and you can learn from them. A way for a lesson to grow. Just watching people, and you can learn from them. Just out and being proactive and researching, and you can learn a different skill. You can put yourself in the rooms of people that can show you the next thing. Listen, alchemy is transmuting energy to your benefit. Whether it's a lesson, whether it's inspiration, whether it's a knowing, whether it's recalibration, whether it's inspiration, whether it's a knowing, whether it's recalibration, whether it's, again, reflection. I do that too. You know what? I do the way that. Because when you see someone and you don't like something about them, it's something in you. Trust and believe it's something in you. So you can say, you know what? I don't really like that. I can recognize that in myself. I'm going to work on that. Universe and world based on the reality that we want to see. Self-talk is super important because of that. How do you talk about yourself? How do you talk about your experiences? How do you talk about, how do you talk about yourself? How do you talk about your experiences? How do you talk about, your life? Self-talk is everything, because you are programming either old scripts or reprogramming new scripts through your self-talk. That's why when I say go to the mirror, get naked, stand in front of the mirror and look at through your self-talk. That's why when I say go to the mirror, get naked, stand in front of the mirror and look at yourself. See the beauty. I'm not saying that and I gotta change this. No, I'm talking about seeing your beauty and being honest with yourself. Saying to yourself, hey, I gotta want that, those pounds. And the only one that can do it is me, through my habits. I'm going to have to eat better. I'm going to have to exercise. I'm going to have to move. I'm the only one that can do that. Or I got to research the surgery. I got to do the laser treatment, whatever it is. No shade, no judgment. Go for yours. That's what I'm talking about. Go for yours. I have had a couple of weight loss surgeries because I used to be 360 pounds. Now go for yours. I have had a couple of weight loss surgeries because I used to be 360 pounds. I'm 150 and looking like a snatched. All right. But that took work. It's been a 10-year run for all of that, okay? I had bypass surgery. I had sleeve gastrectomy. I had to do that a couple of times, and to lose the weight, gained it again, lost it again, and I had a lot of excess skin. So from the excess skin, I had to remove it. I tried everything from working out, from supplements to this, to creams, to everything under the skin. I had to remove it. I tried everything from working out, from supplements to this, to creams, to everything under the sun. I've been doing it. Guess what? Only me getting myself into my discipline, only me understanding that the only way that I was going to achieve my goal was by being disciplined, getting over whatever it was that kept me from being disciplined, whatever it was that made me have a bad relationship with food, with eating. I had to fix it the way that I need to, or made exercising so painful. I had to look within myself and face it. And once I did that, and now I'm shifting into having a better relationship with food, having a better relationship with exercising, embracing it, I ain't never going back, baby. I ain't never going back, because now it's a lifestyle. You have to learn how to look at yourself truly and honestly and say, I want to improve and enhance this, and only I can do it. And you have to be so dedicated, so committed. You have to immerse yourself, mind, body, spirit. Your self-talk has to be empowering. You can do it. Your self-talk has to always be telling you and showing you that you are a superstar, that you are strong, that you are smart, that you are capable, and that no is not an option. You got to tell the universe, I want this, and no, it's not an option. You have to be so certain, and you have every chance you get, every opportunity that presents itself, you have to show, this is what I'm choosing. This is what I'm choosing. You're choosing that you want to lose some weight, and then you go to a party and you're offered the food that you shouldn't have. Choosing not to eat that food at that time is you choosing you. Same thing with relationships. You want to break being in toxic partnerships? You have to figure out what is attracting you to this same cycle. What is it that's attracting you to that same cycle, those same people? And you have to heal that within yourself and change and shift it so you can get a different result. You could get attracted. You could start attracting what you truly want, what you truly desire, what truly resonates with you. And you can actually be ready to accept it. Because let me tell you, we have to be ready. We have to be at the place in order to accept that as well. That wound that keeps you attracting the wrong thing, you have to fix it, and you have to be ready to embrace it. For instance, hyper-independent women. Here I am. Hello. I'm one of those hyper-independent women. They want partnership, right? You need to learn how to receive. You need to learn how to be in your feminine energy. If you are always in your masculine, how are you going to call in a masculine? When you're always in your masculine, you're going to call in feminines. And that's when you have men that can't really show up, can't really support, can't really provide. You call in a feminine. You call in a feminine. So you have to look at yourself and say, okay, I know that the energy comes from all these traumas, from having to believe that I could only depend on myself, from having to believe that that you can't trust men or trust other people. That's usually where those traumas come from, right? From maybe growing up in lack. And you have to look at that and say, okay, how do I, when you're in your masculine, you feel unsafe or you feel guarded a lot of times, right? And so you have to figure out what you feel unsafe or you feel guarded a lot of times, right? And so you have to figure out what wounding that doesn't feel safe, so you become soft, so you can soften. How do you create environments that are safe? How do you find partners to feel safe with someone? What does it look like for someone to create an environment or to feel safe with someone? What does it look like for someone to create an environment or a relationship, a space that feels right? What does that look like? Consistency, honesty, transparency. Somebody that is showing you that they are going to show up, that they can hold space for your emotions, the interest, the dedication. Someone that has integrity, says what they mean and means what they say. Someone that follows through their work so you can feel safe. Because as a hyper-independent person, male or female, right, you don't feel safe to trust others. So how are you going to find someone that balances that out? They have to exhibit the traits and they have to embody the traits that create a space that feels safe for you to soften up. Same thing for, again, even a man, if you're hyper masculine, you also need the softness. You need that feminine energy. So I'm not talking genders here. I am talking energy, masculine, feminine energy. Okay? Each needs the other. And we need to understand what it looks like to create that for ourselves, right? This is all general here. You have to look within to understand what it looks like to create that for ourselves, right? This is all general here. You have to look within and really figure out what that is for you. What is that for you? What are the things? That's why I say take a good look at yourself. Be naked and raw in front of yourself, literally and figuratively. Really strip yourself down, strip your soul down, and look within as to what is called raw in front of yourself, literally and figuratively. Really strip yourself down, strip your soul down, and look within as to what is called that you're surrounding yourself with that are not helping, that are aiding to maintain that cycle, and what you need to do to change it. And then you need to know that it is up to you, that nobody will come save you, and nobody can do it for you, and that you're just going to have to put on those big girl, big boy pants and big girl, big boy pants and get into the nitty gritty. Be real with yourself and be disciplined and be consistent, because that is what creates the habit, right? Whatever way you want to go, whichever thing you want to fix, whichever thing you want to change, you have to do consistently in order to reprogram. So take a good look at yourself. Get naked. Get consistently in order to reprogram. So take a good look at yourself. Get naked. Get naked. Be real. And learn to alchemize energy by first being real, by first igniting that fire of resilience, by looking at the wounding, what needs to be healed, and what will help, what you need to surround yourself with to course correct. Okay? And know that it's all up to you and you can. And that it's not comfortable and it's not pretty. But you have to. It has to be harder, and it's more, and it is harder to stay where you are than it is to change. You have to fear staying stuck more than you fear change. Because change is uncomfortable. We don't grow out of complacency. But you got this. I promise. And we're going to rise, Phoenix. Because together we rise. And that's what we're doing. We're raising our vibrations and we're raising the collective. So get naked. All right, guys, for today, we're going to end it here. There were no questions. I hope that all that joined found value in this. And just remember, always ask questions, and you're free to ask questions beyond the live. You could just shoot me a message and I'll be sure to address them. Love you, Phoenix. Let's rise.